so glad you guys have stuck with us for the first 4 weeks. This is week 5. In session 5, we are talking about rebuilding trust and accountability. See, it's one thing for someone to say that they've been clean for 6 months, but it's another thing to begin to rebuild that trust and to control how that process goes along. And also how to hold them accountable so that you know that you're doing everything that you can in cooperation with them to keep them on the path to a healthy new life. What about after Cody was clean for a while and you had to leave him with the boys alone? Was that gradual or was that pretty quick?
Well, as long as he was drug testing, I didn't worry about it.
Yeah.
So I didn't worry about leaving him with the boys then, ever. I did before. So even, I never knew if he was clean or if he wasn't. Before we were doing the drug testing, I was definitely very hesitant to ever leave them. I don't know that you watched Grey.
Yeah. Yeah, I always...
But whenever I got, nervous, I had a pretty keen sense of when he was using and when he wasn't. Then I immediately made other arrangements. Even though he was home and not working at the time, I still paid a babysitter to watch our kids in the mornings. But... yeah, as long as he was drug testing, I didn't worry about it at all.
And I think it was those types of that type of thing that led up to the final fall on your knees and pray.
Yeah.
And knowing that I'm here, I can take care of my kids, but I can't.
Yeah.
Because I'm too wrapped up in a little white thing that big. You know what I mean?
Now, you never went to heroin, right?
No. I never shot heroin. I tried it.
He's terrified of needles.
I'm terrified to put anything into. I was always terrified to put anything into my veins.
Yeah.
But I did try it. I think I tried smoking it and snorting it, but other than a couple times, it was mostly pills and cocaine.
Yeah. And tell me when it was or how that conversation came about with us three at the old church when you said about the drug testing.
I can't remember exactly how.
Because you improved from that point forward. That was where your clean date goes back to, I think.
November 1st, 2012.
We actually sat down and had a conversation together, so it was always felt like me against him or him against me, and every conversation we had was either him lying or me trying to go behind his back and find things or call people and try to figure out what he was doing. And we sat down in our bedroom and had a conversation. I remember having it. Do you remember that? And I said, this isn't going to work if we're not doing it together.
Yeah.
And we just put a plan in place then.
Yeah.
It was, he had already gone through that. He was staying at his mom's house, and we just sat down and figured out a plan. And one of his things, I said, I don't trust you. I don't know how I'm going to ever trust you again. I'm not going to believe that you're not using if you tell me you're not. And he said, well, I'll prove it. And that was his, I'll prove it. You test me every week. I'll prove that I'm not.
Did you drug test him?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
It was a
awesome.
lot of money, but we did. And we made sure, we
always
didn't go out to eat so we could buy the drug test. We knew which places had the test that we wanted. We knew where to go. He knew.
And we'd always try to stay, at least if they had them in stock, we'd at least try to keep one stocked at home.
And we
And
have one at home.
we have one at home right now.
Right now. If I ever want to test him, it's there.
It's been almost 6 years and there's a drug test at home.
And Cody, how do you think how big of a role did that play
Oh my gosh.
in this whole thing?
It was finally me being held to the fire.
It was black and white.
Absolutely, yeah. It was accountability in black and white, yeah. It was, Yep.
I love that because I think that it wears on a family when they have to be the investigator all the time and
Yes.
look at people's phones and make the phone calls and figure out
Yes.
where they were last night. But when it's a drug test and it's either, hey, you don't have to live with me, but if you do, you're going to be drug tested whenever I feel like it, and that has to be something you agree to, it just clears up all that.
Yeah.
There's no more desk work.
Right.
No. And I told him, like, when we first started that if it came back, that he was just out. There wasn't going to be any questioning. There wasn't going to be any excuses. If it came back and if he would have failed it, it was,
I had to get out. I
Yeah.
had to move out.
Yeah. And you knew she was serious.
Yeah, yeah.
She wasn't messing around.
No, she was not messing around. And then, yeah, that's when we sat down with you, and, went over our plan together. I think it was probably one of the hardest conversations I ever had. Both the one with Kaylee and I together and one with us, because it was the first time I actually had to face, holy crap, I gotta stop now. I really have to stop now.
Yeah.
Because even though every addict, I believe, truly wants to stop, in their head, they kind of don't think they ever will.
Right.
And it was definitely a screech on the brakes. It was a reality check.
Yeah, yeah. So tell me a little bit about that. That's how you rebuilt some trust, right? How long did you actively give and take drug tests?
a long time.
It was a good.
9 months or more,
I was going to say maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that rebuilt your trust a little bit, didn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
With
I
that
think so.
aspect of it, I wasn't always worried about where he was or what he was doing, or he had, I know he has cash on him, what's he gonna spend it on? I didn't worry about
Right.
that stuff as much. So yeah,